Renegade, what's your name? Mrs. Jane, put me in a maze. Crystal eyes, hella haze. It ain't a phase, foggy days. Need some change, pray you come away. Holding on to that, pull the ladder back, smoking on the grass, this my shit. Holding on to that golden pumping past, hoping that I never go smoke. Bliss you might have found when you finally grinding. Get the money when you stand beside him. Smoke that ass in the middle of the night. When I get her on the pipe, I do ignite it. Told my folks I to quit the smoke, but now she legal, so I gotta take her right back home. And I like that tone, the kid didn't wanna bite at my bone. I give her what she want and then I gotta leave her alone. Like, get up.
Go in that hot air in my ear like every day. Go in that hot air, no they don't do what they say.
What the hater come to know, watching my balloon go. What the hater come to know, watching my balloon go.
Blowing that hot air in my head like every day. Hoping that mom and dad gon' see me on that stage. Smokers filling up their crib each every way. Mama coughing way too often cause I hold that Bombay. Come on babe, don't let that hot air at your head, no not today. Don't let others insecurities trap you in a maze. Really, that's all I gotta say, come on.
Down the court, then I throw it in the net. Want it left, pass it right, then they throw it in the net. Through the legs, over shoulders when I throw it in the net. So fine, back broken when I throw it in the net. Dribble up.
Man, what can I say about this next artist? He's creative, he's unique, colorful, reps the Afro game just like me. And if you don't know him, I assure you, you soon will. Without further ado, Karma knows. Welcome back, everyone. This is DJ Blake, keeping you up to date with all the hottest hip-hop news and sneaker talk. And today, I'm with a very special guest, the one and only Karma Knows.
Hey, what's up, man?
Hey, buddy.
Thanks for having me,
Yeah,
man.
this is exciting. You have long-ass hair just like me. So
I know, yeah.
How long have you been growing it out now?
Honestly, most of my life. You know what's crazy? I need to get it trimmed up, get the tips all nice again. It's been honestly like 8 years, I think, since I got it trimmed. It's
Dude,
crazy.
If you find a good barber in Seattle, let me know, because like, I haven't had the luck at all.
Damn, I was gonna ask you. My homie knows one. He's kind of deep, but
Yeah.
I might try him out.
Because one time I had like really long hair, like it was almost like this length, you know?
Okay.
And I went to a fucking like Great Clips, okay?
Wait.
And-
A Great Clips. Yeah.
like one of those like commercial ones, like
Yeah.
they're everywhere. So this lady was like, okay, I'll even it out for you. She ends up shaving off my entire fro. Cause she's like,
the fuck outta
oh
here.
shoot, I messed up right here. Oh wait, let me fix right here. Oh
No.
shit. So that was one of the last times I ever went to a Great Clip. So now I just go to barbershops, even though sometimes it can be more expensive, sometimes not.
Yeah.
But just, you don't want a Mexican lady or Asian lady or white lady cutting your hair. It has to be a black person, especially if you're black.
Yeah,
But like,
facts.
for like if you're Asian, it's kind of the same hair texture for like white people, so that works out.
I know, yeah, but still though, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you're right though. Like, if they're not black and not only just black, what I learned with the Afro is since Afros really ain't in right now.
Yeah.
If they haven't done an Afro in a while, I'm not messing with them.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
So I'm nervous to like get my one of the ends cut, you know. So I'm just like, I'm just gonna grow out. This has been like 2 years now.
oh damn,
So
hell yeah,
it grows
it's
pretty
going.
fast, dude.
Does it just naturally curl like that?
Yeah, bro.
That's
I'm
fire.
mixed. I'm mixed with Italian. What do you mix with?
Oh, okay. Hell yeah. Actually, that's funny. I was adopted, so I actually don't know like
that's pretty
everything that's on my white side.
Yeah.
You know, so I could just say Italian, but I don't know.
You
know what I'm saying?
gotta do the DNA and me test. Whatever
Yeah,
it's called.
the ancestry or
Yeah.
whatever. Yeah. Hey, hook it up with one, man.
Yes, for sure. Well, yeah, so how did I even find you? That's pretty crazy. So first of all, I just want to say this because this is like a trick. So do you have an iPhone or an Android?
iPhone. Wait, don't tell me you're Android.
Dude, Google Pixel is where it's at.
Oh,
Google
okay.
Pixel. So
Okay.
anyways, the Google app, it like shows you like recommended concerts near you if you're listening to like a certain artist.
Oh, no way.
And you popped up on my note, like my recommended artist to listen to, like coming to town. I was like, shit, let me check out this guy's music. And then I looked at your music videos, which are fucking tight as shit.
Thank
dude.
you, man. I appreciate that, bro.
yeah.
That's like my favorite part of
Yeah.
the music is performing and music videos.
Yeah,
Like,
and what I like about yours, you actually have like a type of story with it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
It's old, especially in Washington, like there are gangs and stuff in Washington, but no one's Washington as a whole is a pretty wealthy state, like honestly. So to lie about like the stuff you have in music videos, or even
Mm-hmm.
say you're completely just ganging up and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Washington's so beautiful. Like, take a music video on like the ferry. Not every place has ferries like that. Hey, gang on the ferry.
Mm-hmm. Straight up, like even the people out here, like who I do know that are affiliated,
Right.
Yo, they even respect that, and they're like all about the peace, and they don't
Right.
really want to bring no violence.
Right.
They're just about it if it does
Right.
come their way.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like it's beautiful. I love that.
Right.
Man.
I just think uniqueness is really important, and especially if you're gonna come from Seattle, if you're gonna try to like be like everyone else, if you're from Seattle, that's just not gonna work for you.
Yeah, no, not at all. Because I feel like it's our time to finally rise. Like this side of the map is about to come up. I feel like because of the uniqueness in the area, that's what's gonna take this area to finally get its stamp on the map.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And that's important because you're from out of state, or
Yeah, I'm from Tri-Cities.
Tri-Cities.
Tri-Cities, so like it's like 3 hours on the other side of the mountains.
Right.
But I used to come out here like every other week or so just to
Yeah.
network and get to know the scene. So honestly, with all that traveling, it made me really feel like I just want to rep the Northwest in general. I don't even want
Yeah.
to just rep one city. I just want to rep the Northwest. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. Are there even, if you're going to a concert, I think Seattle is the place to go. You know, like, are there even concerts like in Tri-Cities or anything like that? Because I feel like if sometimes I'll be at a concert and they'll be like, oh yeah, I traveled from all the way over here, like 4 hours away. And I'm like, dang.
Yeah, no, it's honestly, it's rare. It's really rare. Like, one of the good ones a couple of the good ones we got, my homie LaFonte Joe, he brought out Snoop Dogg.
Oh, wow.
And like no one believed that it was happening because it's Tri-Cities.
Yeah.
And then he brought out Lil Wayne too, and it was Lil Wayne's like first show in a long time
Dude,
since he went through some legal things.
Yeah.
So like people traveled from Seattle to Tri-Cities
Yeah.
to see that. You
That's
know what I'm
funny.
saying? Which is
Yeah.
crazy, but there hasn't really been many shows. I'll
Right.
throw my headliners out there every once in a while. We'll do like an island show, and it'll have like 500 to 700 people. So there's like a scene out there for shows, but not enough people throwing them.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
So how long have you been doing music? How old are you even? Because you have, bro, you literally have like you're like, it's like a canvas. Like there's no wrinkles whatsoever on your face at all. I'm like, this
Hey,
guy
much
can
love.
either be really young or really old. Like I'm like,
Yeah.
black don't crack anyways, you know? So I'm like,
No, when you get older, it's gonna be the same way. You know what's crazy? Like, I don't know, my friend, like, she always be putting on all this facial stuff and like
Yeah.
lotions and stuff to keep her skin looking perfect, and then like. She's like, how do you do it? What do you do? I'm like, dude, I don't even put anything on.
black.
I think it's I think it's just in my blood or something.
Yeah,
I don't know, man. But yeah, black don't crack, bro. I'm telling you, it's crazy.
yeah.
Um,
Well, how old are you then?
oh, I just turned 25 actually.
What the?
Yeah, I know.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I was saying,
Shh, don't tell nobody.
that's funny.
Don't tell
as-
the record labels.
That is literally so funny, bro. You don't look like that at all. That's hilarious.
Oh, yeah.
So, anyways, though, how long have you been doing music then? Because you're like, oh yeah, I can just set up shows and stuff now. So, like, you've been doing it for a decent amount of time now, or?
Yeah, so it's about 10 years I've been rapping like as a hobby, and then I
Right.
started taking it serious about like 2013, 2014. That's when I
Yeah.
started booking shows.
Yeah.
And yeah, like since then I got my like business license and just started taking it
Right.
a little more serious.
Right.
But yeah, honestly, I didn't really like dive into it like crazy, all in, quit my job till like 2015.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's important, though. I love seeing, like, I say this all the time, but I love hearing the experience of, like, the grind and stuff. Even, like, it's still a grind, even if you're doing it for 10 years and then trying to let you figure out that's your passion, you know?
Yeah.
Sometimes it takes people way longer than what they think. I just kind of, because I like talking to people like you who are actually dedicated to the music, and you didn't just hop on the bandwagon. You, like, actually took time to figure it out. I feel like it's weird that for some people music's just a phase, you know?
Yeah, I know.
And what I've noticed a lot of times is because of like the instant gratification of like even like being TikTok famous or something like that people just, they don't want to put in that grind or anything. And then I don't know, I just kind of get offended when I see like, I don't know why though, but like some people are like, oh, I'm a rapper now, and then but then they think because they say that that's what their career is going to be. And I like to say that music is just like any sport. Like only like the very dedicated people actually kind of rise to the top in a way, or at least if they have some type of stick. Like Blueface, he might not be the best rapper, but he has a stick that like he was able to brand himself by. But like a lot of people in the Northwest, even that's probably everywhere, but they're like, this is my dream and this is what I'm gonna do now.
Yeah.
But like, do you know for sure that's your passion, or do you just see all your homies doing it?
Are you just doing it because it's like a clout thing?
Yeah.
I feel what you're saying. Like, there's a lot of that, and I feel like over a long period of time, they get weaned out.
Yeah.
Like, just because if you're not passionate about it, you're gonna give up eventually.
Yeah.
Or you're gonna get a big bag and you're gonna get lazy and give up.
Yeah.
Either way,
Yeah.
you're gonna give up one way or another. If
Right.
you're truly passionate about it, you're gonna keep at this shit for more than 10 years
Right.
for sure.
Right. So how did you start to promote yourself with your music? Because, like, I guess are you a Seattle artist? Like, what would you describe your...
Tri-Cities for sure. Like,
Tri-City
I got
artist.
it like all day.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because I just moved out here, so
Yeah.
it would be like hella fraud of
Yeah.
me to
Yeah.
like, be like, oh, I'm Seattle. Like, no, my Seattle rapper homies
Right.
be like, what the fuck, bro? But nah, man, I don't know. It was really hard because being in Tri-Cities, you're in the middle of nowhere. You're 3 hours
Yeah.
from Seattle. Seattle's trying to come up as a whole still. So it was really hard. But what I did was like, I looked at it like if every day I can get a new fan, then after a few years of that, I'm going to have a
Right.
fan base. Like, I'm going to have a little core fan base. So I would literally just message people.
Oh, yeah.
Not spam-wise. I would start conversations with them on Facebook. And then, like, after a while, we'd talk about music. I'll just be like, yo, if you want to check this guy out. Boom.
Yeah.
And sometimes I say it's me. Sometimes I want it.
Yeah.
And then I do that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
World star. Look at this guy's music, bro.
yo, check. Oh, what do you think of this one? You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, and I would do that for years, bro. Like, literally 5 years until it just, like, built a fan base.
Yeah.
Promoting videos on Facebook of me rapping.
Yeah.
Then I started releasing music videos, and that helped a lot.
Yeah.
But, yeah, really the internet, utilizing the internet and messaging and talking to people.
Right. Have you always been artistic in that type of way of being like unique, or did someone have to tell you that's how you want to brand yourself as being unique to like stand out?
No, it just kind of naturally happened for sure. It was definitely
Yeah.
very organic.
Yeah.
It just I created this thing even like 2012 called Dream Team where I just wanted a name, something for them to represent the people that are helping me, like the team around me,
Right.
and the fans. So I started this thing called the Dream Team, and I feel like over the past 7 years, that's really just become who I am. It's just spreading unity and teamwork.
Yeah, that's important. When did you decide that it was time for you to get a team in the first place? Because like I think that's a next step for people if they want to continue this actually as a career. But when did you realize, okay, this is something I want to take serious, and then, oh wait, now I need to look for a team to help me out?
I think it was Jay-Z.
Calling me, and then I
Yeah,
was like,
yeah, he just called me one day and told me, no, it's crazy. But no, I'm pretty sure it's like a Jay-Z interview, some type of interview. I've seen thousands of interviews, so sometimes I get it mixed up. But it was an interview where someone was like, just breaking down the 5 simple things you need to kind of do and get started. And I remember them just saying, 1, you need a team. All those rappers you see that like are shining and popping on the internet, it looks like it's just them, but there's a giant team behind them pushing them every day.
Yeah.
And once I realized that every one of my favorite artists has a giant team, like that's when I really realized I need to start building one,
Is that hard to find a team? Like, what if you're like an upcoming artist and you don't even have that money to like, because I guess if you find really passionate people, like I've been able to do that, they're like willing to help me out along the way. But like, if someone doesn't really truly believe in your mission, you're gonna have to like pay them to be on your team, like photographers and all that. Like, how'd you figure all that out?
Man, shout out to Tri-Cities first of all, cause like a big thing was just my city being so down. I feel like because there wasn't as many artists out there doing anything.
Yeah.
I was thankful enough, like lucky enough to just run into so many people that wanted to get involved and to try it out to help for free because no one's ever really made a music video in Tri-Cities. It's just cool. Like, things like that. And from there, like some of those people that were around, like behind the scenes helping, or I found my videographer through like high school, just like a kid who was shooting videos and I talked to him. And like he would have people that he would bring behind the scenes, and over time some of them stick around, and then after a time it just organically forms into a team. Like
that's the most important thing though.
Yeah, you almost like don't force it. You actually don't force it, and it naturally happens, and more people will be added to the team as you need.
That makes sense.
And when you see someone that's killing it in a space that you're not as good at, definitely don't get intimidated and like go talk to them and hire them and like work with them. Don't be like, listen to like I'd be watching Warren Buffett and he always be telling me like, or not me, but you know, he tells the internet like, yo, make sure to find people on your team that are stronger where you're weak, and they're weak where you're strong. So
Yeah.
you guys complete each other like a puzzle.
Yeah. It's also like collecting like Pokemon cards. And, you know? Dude, my manager is better than yours, bro.
Yeah, I know. Look at this level, man. You got damn.
But yeah, how do you? I think that's a big step, finding a good manager that you connect with. What are the steps for that for you? Like you said, it came organically, but like because I deal with a lot of managers to set up like interviews and stuff, and I've met some terrible managers who like are too. Of course they're like friends with the person, but it's almost like they're too much like they're friends, and they're just like with them, but they're like, oh wait, I was supposed to actually tell you what time to be there, and like they just don't take it as seriously as they should if they're too buddy with the artist.
No, you got it right. Like I learned that the hard way too, because I didn't know that. Because at first you just want to put all your friends on, like, so you let a few of your friends manage you, and like it wasn't like any bad blood after. Just we learned that, oh shit, they're not really, that's not even what they're passionate about. You need to find a manager, first of all, that's as passionate about managing an artist as you are with music, you know?
Yeah.
And that could be hard, but one of the things that, like, helped me being all the way in Tri-Cities, at the end of the day, I hate to sound so corny, but, like, you have to believe in yourself and trust that, like, the universe will just guide you, bro. Like, you're gonna,
that, bro.
How I got my managers, it was this guy named LaFonte Joe that was booked my first show 10 years ago. The YG came to Yakima,
what?
and like I know I can't believe I got that at my first show. I didn't blow up right away or anything. Like I thought I was going to, and I didn't. But like I did it. I was so nervous. It was kind of terrible on my end. But anyways, like that guy, he would bring all the big acts. Like he brought Lil Wayne, he brought Snoop, he brought all these people, and like he saw me grinding the past 10 years straight, fucking working my ass off like nonstop. Never asked him for nothing. Never asked nobody for nothing. And I think because when he saw that, when he had an opportunity to connect me with like Tyga's friend, it was like Tyga's friend, my manager, like I think the one you talked to, Frisco, he got a hold of him through that, and he asked if he has any connects with marketing.
Wow.
And he helped LaFonte market a track.
Yeah.
And then he was like, do you know any artists that would want this too, that can pitch in? And he's like, yeah, I know one. There's only one that works really hard, da-da-da. He called me up, he introduced us, showed him my music video. They were sold, and then they wanted me like ASAP. And, you know, it was crazy.
That's crazy. That is actually crazy.
So it's like a 10-year building of just like, if you guys just gotta grind your ass off and believe in yourself and trust the universe, and it's gonna fall in place.
What do you believe? What do you think about people who think they should get it right away though? Because you do actually see it happen though, like Lil Nas X, for example, you know, stuff like that. Like that stuff like happened overnight for them.
Well, I mean, there are some people that is like overnight, but like even with Lil Nas X, he had a page that promoted Nicki Minaj.
Yes,
for like
I saw that.
a year or two. You know what I'm saying? Like,
But he just got took off the X's album.
Oh, I saw that.
Yeah.
I don't even know nothing about that. I don't know what's going on. I have no clue.
Yeah. I'm not even listening to the Juice WRLD stuff until like more information comes out, because there's like so much like false stuff happening around, like how he died.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I
first
haven't been paying attention to that
like
part.
someone was like a lot of like media sources are saying he had like tons of weed and then guns and Percocets, and he swallowed all the Percocets for some reason, even though he had guns and weed. So why would you just hide the Percocets? And then like other people were saying his Illuminati contract was up or some shit.
Of course they're gonna say that. They're always gonna say that, man.
That's so stupid.
Yo, the Illuminati, whoever the hell the real ones are, man, they're probably so stoked that we're distracted by some other shit. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like, if there is one, I don't know.
Who knows?
That's just hella trippy to me, man. I can't even read on that too much.
Yeah. But another thing that I have noticed is artists are like, I don't know, it's just something you have to deal with anyways if you're in the music industry. Like, you have to deal with like a manager to get to an artist. But I just think it's weird because like I've like talked to a manager like one time. Do you know who Coda the Friend is?
I've heard of him actually.
Yeah.
He's kind of up and coming. Right?
Yeah, he's like more like an indie type rapper.
Okay,
And basically like his like road manager, his manager back home, that's the one I was talking to. He's like, oh, I guess we set it all up, it was gonna happen, and then he was like, oh dang it, I don't think it's gonna happen now because like of time scheduling conflicts, right? So then I'm like, I'm still gonna go to the venue to see if I can get an interview with him, and I talked to Coda directly, and then I got an interview that way. So I feel like it's managers are like I don't know even how they decide what's good or what's not, because I feel like you can sometimes like managers can sometimes see like miss an opportunity even if they, because they might not know the person or something, you know, if that makes sense. And then if like the artist met the person, it might be a total different interaction if the person was talking to the manager versus the artist.
No, that's real. It's crazy because sometimes I think of that, and like managers are humans too. Maybe some of them might just make a mistake and think and misjudge something when real, or like I've had instances people hit up my manager that like are connected to me deeply. Like, but my managers didn't know, so they kind of like was like, oh, I'll talk to him about it real quick, or like, but it's like, oh, that's the homie, yo. Like, you know, so it is a little weird, you know. It's like I feel like it should be more for the businesses, like if you're homies, you know what I'm saying, like go talk to the artists. But I don't know, it's kind of weird though too, because it's like sometimes if you're homies with like a big ass artist and it's like a big business thing you want to ask of him, you might want to go through the manager. I don't know, but it's kind of weird, man. I like that you took the initiative and you went to the artist, though. I feel like that's what you should do.
Yeah, if you can.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I don't know if I've ever been to a Tri-Cities. Tri-Cities is just like the name of it. There's like cities inside of Tri-Cities?
Yeah, it's Pasco, Kennewick, and Richland.
Kennewick, man. I don't think I've been to any. I know of those places, but I've never been there.
You check it out. It's chill. It's laid back, like really safe environment. Good place to like raise your kids.
Is it country though? I feel
No. I mean, there's definitely a lot of white people, but there's a lot of black people too. I mean, a lot of them are in Pasco. You know, there's a lot of, because of the history. There was a time where, like, black people weren't allowed to come a certain part of the town or something. So now there's still a lot of black people in Pasco, but it's better than when I had to live in Montana a couple years, and that was country. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that was trash.
Wait, so is Tri-Cities up north or is it down?
It's east. East. On the other side of the mountains.
Right. Do you even get Can you get inspirations up there for music? Like, I guess the quietness, if there is quietness. I think because when I think of Tri-Cities though, I think of like, have you ever seen Phineas and Ferb? Yeah. Like I think of like cities, like actual cities like that, or for some reason. But is it not? Crazy. Is it not like actual like skyscraper cities that make up the Tri-Cities, or is it more like countryside?
It's like it's small cities, but it's still like 300,000 people or plus or something like that. So it's not like small, but it's still like there's not big ass skyscrapers and stuff like that. But I don't know. I wouldn't call it country, but at the same time, finding inspiration. I feel like for me, because I moved there, and like I grew up kind of outside of Chicago in like a suburb, and when I moved out to Washington, I didn't know anybody, and I was just so like I just came off watching 8 Mile the first few times, like, you know what I'm saying? I was just like, I'm gonna be a rapper, yo, and I like kept that like I was so excited about that that for the next 2 flipping years, all my excitement probably came from interviews, hip hop interviews, people's mixtapes and albums, and me just writing. Like that was all the excitement I needed. I didn't hang out with nobody. I didn't have no sex back then. Like I went a few years without it and just worked. You know what I'm saying? And like you gotta find the excitement within. I feel like no matter where you go, you're gonna have to find it inside of you.
Right.
You know?
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Did you, when you were like working in Tri-Cities, were there jobs that were even related to music whatsoever, or did you just like work jobs that like paid the bills? So
the first, honestly, like my only job was at this place called Bookwalter Winery, and I was the dishwasher at first.
Oh man.
It was kind of cool though, cause I just listened to my music. They don't care if I was stoned, and like I just go hard. You know, I was the fastest dishwasher, and then I worked up to like prep cook. And I would like cook fancy foods and stuff like that, and it was fun, you know. But after that, I just like I couldn't do it no more, so I just started my business license, and I just started really like pushing the shows more and pushing the merch, getting my website out, and then also getting my streams up, you know, like playlisting my songs so I can have some income coming a little bit. So honestly, I only worked at one job.
Dang.
But you know, I went through a little phase where I was doing like some naughty stuff, you know, to get money. But,
Did you like grow up? So you said you were just like, you like messed around with rap for a while, but did you like grow up wanting to do something specifically, or did this just like not fall in your lap because you worked for it, but like is it just something that like popped in your mind one day versus like once you were like a little boy? Oh, I want to be a rapper like Eminem.
No, when I was little, actually, it was Will Smith. I want to be like an actor. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Made me
Yeah.
want to be an actor so bad.
Yeah.
And just make people laugh. Like I wanted to so bad, but after I grew up a little more, I started to, I saw 8 Mile and I was obsessed. I didn't know why. I just kept rewinding it, and I wanted to learn the rap parts.
Yeah.
And I didn't know why. I just did. So I did it, and like. After a while, I started to realize, I just want to be in the entertainment industry.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I even love branding. Like, branding is one of my favorite things. Branding, music videos, like, I love all that stuff.
Right.
So it's not just rap, It's
Right.
just the entertainment world. I love that so much.
Right.
So really, it was just I built it over time, through watching movies and TV shows, shit like that.
Right. So, have you built a name here in Seattle? I guess you could say so, right? And-
Like I have, like, there's a little name, there's a little name there,
Yeah.
a little, but I don't want to say like I built a name officially because it's definitely not where I want it to be in Seattle yet. I haven't sold out my own headline show out here
Right.
yet. That's the next step for 2020. But I don't know. I know pretty much all the artists and so I'm pretty cool with most of them because I love Seattle hip hop, especially right now.
Yeah.
Like it's crazy how many people are killing it, from like Laze to Travis to Paris to
Dude, have you
Kung
met her?
Fu.
I'm still trying to meet Paris.
Oh,
bro.
what?
Everyone says she's like
You gotta
really
meet
flaky
Paris.
or something.
I don't know about that. I just know, man, she cool as hell though. You gotta meet her in person,
Dude.
bro. When's the next? I'm trying to think. She might be at like maybe the Macintosh show or something. I
Right.
seen her at the Mr. DC show, and
Dude, I was at the Wale show like in October, and freaking Travis was there.
oh yeah,
And I was with another artist, and like we were leaving, and then the artist like dapped him up and stuff. And I was like, and we go outside, and the door closes behind us, and it's like one of those like not main entrance doors, so like you can't it locks from like outside. So like
Oh shit,
yeah. So we go out, we exit the door. It's like at Numos. You've been to Numos, right?
of course.
So yeah, of course.
I
So,
love Numos.
Yeah. So we get out, and I was like, dude, who the heck was that guy you just dapped up? And he's like, bro, that was Travis Thompson. I was like, what? Dude, I had my business cards. I should have given him a card. I didn't realize that was him whatsoever. Because he looks like a normal dude.
I know, yeah. He's just chilling, bro. Like I love it.
That's what
Man.
most artists are, though. Like, that's what people forget, that everyone is just a person. They're just able to make money off something they're passionate about. You know?
100%, man. Like, yo, and Travis is another cool one. Like Travis is hella cool. Do you know Mr. DC?
I don't think I do.
Oh, you gotta check him out too. He
Yeah.
sings. He's amazing.
Yeah.
Travis's manager just started managing him too. Yeah, so he's about to do some good
Right.
things.
How do you make these connections in Seattle? Because some up-and-coming artists say it's really hard for them to make connections. Some people say there's like the Seattle freeze. Like another reason I started this podcast was like to break down those barriers. Because like Everett people usually only hang out with Everett people. Seattle, Tacoma, stuff like that. So I've interviewed people from Everett all the way down to Tacoma and then connect them and stuff like that
Okay,
through
yeah.
events. But how have you felt when making connections here in Seattle?
So it started back like with someone named Shayhan back I think 4 years ago, and I came out to work with him and my homie Nobi, and we were working for a while, and then he would tell me all the time there's like these walls in Seattle, it feels like, and I was like, what? That's hella whack, you know? So I was like, I don't know what it's gonna take or what I'm gonna do, and I still feel this way, but I'm gonna like say fuck all that and break the walls down as much as I can, you know?
Right.
So like anytime I got any opportunity to say what's up to like any artist or to go to the show, like Travis show or something, I'd always pop up and say what's up, dap them up, just say what's good. Every show, you know what I'm saying, that I can possibly make. And I feel like that was the best way to network in Seattle.
Yeah.
Because of that, now like I'm pretty tight like with most of the scene out here. Like I'm cool with them. If I see him, you know, we'll kick it, smoke or whatever and chill. But yeah, I feel like also you shouldn't go in with the mentality of like trying to get something. Go in with the mentality of just learning and building relationships, you know?
That's what I think so too.
Yeah, and that I honestly I just did that, you know, and over the years it built up different friendships.
Yeah. I really do. I like the Pokemon card analogy though. Like,
I know, man.
like
Me too.
trading it between, like, because connecting people with one another like that might completely have different mindsets. You know what? It's really weird for me, and I realized this yesterday though. Like, it's easier to. Well, it's an obvious thing too, but it's easier to change like the up and coming generation and stuff like that, like the millennials or anything like that. Like, talk to them and like maybe change their point of view on things. But like when it goes to the older generation, like leading up to like 60s, 70s, it's sometimes like impossible to talk to them.
I feel
like last night, I don't even know how it ended up happening, but I started talking to this like white minister, you know, and I'm like, just by the stuff he was saying, like I'm not even political, but I feel like the only political thing that really matters is if you're conservative or not, because that really like changes your whole ideology. Ideology, is that the word? Yeah. Right?
Ideology, yeah.
Ideology, right?
I was doing that.
Because they're usually, like, if you think of a conservative, you think of like an older white person, usually, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
So,
yeah.
and they're usually like really into God, okay? So I don't even know why I started talking to this guy, but I was using, like you were saying, the word the universe, you know?
Okay,
and then he was like, I was like, yeah. And he was like getting pissed off at that. I was like, wait, what? I was like, he's like, my goal is, because he feeds like the homeless people and stuff, like, so he's a good guy, you know?
Yeah.
He's like, my goal is to break down all the. I was like, oh, maybe me and this guy's on the same page, as he's just in a different lane. He's like, my goal is to break down all the barriers in religion and everyone just come together. I was like, wow, that sounds beautiful.
Yeah.
And then he's like, yes, because there's only one God, and that's our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. I was like, wait, what? And then he started saying things about like how it's just like one thing, you know?
Yeah.
And he was like when I said the universe, because I like to say, I think everyone believes in a higher power, but I don't think you can make everyone believe the exact same thing, because people come from different places in the world. You can know, like, think about it. I was trying to explain it to him like this, because he was saying some like stuff about like the Holy Spirit and stuff like that. Okay, this was a random conversation, and I was like, okay, I get what you're saying, but what if someone completely in the total opposite part of the world says the exact same thing you say, and they believe everything you said, but they call it by a different name? And he's like, nope, that's wrong. I'm like, fuck. So I just think that no matter what age, I think tunnel vision is something you should try to avoid, and that you avoid tunnel vision by just connecting with people and not worrying about their age. Just don't be like R. Kelly, but like age, everyone has something to offer no matter what age you are, you know?
Real
So
shit.
I just think, I like the perspective of the universe, because that's an opening statement. Like, everyone could be included into the universe. I just think it's weird to just say, like, God created everything. Because, I don't know, like, what are your beliefs on, like, religion and stuff like that?
I'm honestly kind of like right where you're at. You know,
Yeah.
I use the word the universe like all the time, and because it's kind of weird. Like, how can you even disagree? Almost, because it's saying basically what you're saying is right too. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of confusing sometimes, but at the same time, I don't know, man. People have their certain beliefs, and if they're gonna stick to it, that's their experience for some reason. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want to take away from that, but at the same time, yeah, man, I like to listen to all religions, all like different aspects, and I never want to go, oh, that culture's wrong.
Yeah, right.
I'm right, you're wrong. I never want to do that, because we're all living on the earth. We're all breathing air. The sun blows up, we all die. So it's like, yo, I don't know. We should all be a little humble of just knowing our ignorance, you know? That we don't really know much.
Right.
You know? We think we do, but we don't.
That's so true.
Yeah.
So what would you tell people who haven't listened to your music yet? How would you describe your music to them? Like, what are the messages you're trying to portray through your music?
Right now, the main message is like, it's really just unity and showing imagery of unity, and also just like relaxing. Like a lot of the music I have out now is for just like laying back, relaxing, calming your mind. Like the frequencies should not make you all like anxiety or like uppity. You know, it's just like kind of laid back, put it on in the background, or when you're smoking up, chilling. And then 2020, I'll hit them a little harder, a
Right,
little more
yeah.
aggressive. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? We'll turn them up a bit.
Everyone's saying that the 2020 year is going to be like, everyone sees there's something's going to happen with like the music industry in the 2020 year. It's just going to like, people are going to pop off.
Yeah, I feel like it's gonna be a whole
Yeah.
like a slew of new artists.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Which
are
is
all
exciting.
fire. you know?
Yeah, it's exciting.
I can't wait.
Yeah. So what are you trying to portray in your music videos even? And those are really freaking creative.
Thank you,
Dude,
bro.
that puppet you have of yourself?
Oh
That's
yeah,
dope.
I still got him in the studio right now. He's
Hey.
chilling. Hell yeah, man. No, I love that aspect too. And shout out to Justin Frick. That's my video guy.
Yeah.
My whole life, you know, and honestly, he's a huge part of it. You know, he helped me kind of create my brand.
Yeah.
Because he would take parts of what I am and like emphasize the kind of entertaining parts of that, I guess.
Yeah.
Like the colorful parts. I like to wear colorful shit sometimes and Hawaiian clothes and
Yeah.
stuff like that. So like he would just really bring that aspect out into the videos. And then I also kind of like, we both wanted to create a universe that's just a big universe. Like right now there's only the beginning, but in the next years there'll be like some videos make sense because of
Yeah.
newer videos, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Oh shit, I didn't understand, like Easter eggs and shit like that.
Yeah.
Kind of like what Marvel does.
Yeah.
You know, characters showing up from this movie and this movie.
Yeah.
We're gonna just build a whole big universe over the next
Yeah.
decade. You know,
That's
with the videos.
dope. So do you want to get into like movies then? Because Will Smith?
Yeah, you already know, man. I know. Come on, man. Yeah, I'm the Fresh Prince #2. Please,
Yes.
no, not really. I don't got the I don't got the comedic side, but yeah, I want to act so bad. I'd love to do that.
Yeah.
Being in movies, and I know Justin one day. I know he's gonna probably want to make a movie, and he's the man to do it. We're all waiting for it.
Just
so.
not on this couch.
No, yeah, no, not this couch. Y'all know what this looks like, right? Yeah, it's red too, you know,
Yes,
like the
it's so
color
funny.
of lust.
I've never been here before. So what's your name?
I'm Cindy.
So Karma knows. I want to get into your meaning of your name. I want to tell you what I think it means. I think, because that's so crazy. We have the same hair. We're both mixed. I'm darker though. That's just so
I
funny.
know, you're hella darker.
Dude, it's
Holy
so
shit.
funny. Like there's some guys that I know that have like 2 black parents, and I'm still darker than them, even though like, I'm
Damn.
mixed. I'm like, what the hell? But anyways, like we kind of share the same viewpoints, which is kind of funny.
That's lit.
But
When were you born?
2000,
Uh,
November 10th.
November 10th. Okay, I was October 12th,
Hey,
1994.
hey,
Yeah.
that's dope. You were alive when Tupac was alive. You're a legend.
Hey. That's
But
crazy.
basically, karma knows, in my opinion, is because I believe in karma, like little things, big things. Like the other day, me and this artist named Nestra, okay, we were at this like album release party, and people were like putting their like backpacks and stuff behind like this like, what is it called? You know, like a, what are those things called?
Coat rack or something like that?
They cover the blinds, like they're like the long blanket things that cover the blinds.
Oh, the curtains.
Curtains! Oh my
Curtains.
god,
I was
damn
like,
it.
wait, hold on.
Curtains. Oh my god. So behind these curtains were like all your backpacks and shoes and stuff, okay? So, and then also behind the curtains, there randomly was like a gigantic like snack shack with like no bars or anything. There was just like food all over. Like the bags right here, there's a shelf with all this food. I was like, what the heck? And we're like, we both look at each other and we're like, no. Karma. This is just like, this is what karma wants you to do. Like, you see, it's like glimmering like candy everywhere. And like, karma wants you to take that, but no, you know, because that's
Don't do
bad
it.
for you. So I believe in like big things, little things. I think karma and the universe go hand in hand. And karma pays you, doesn't have to pay you back right away. And karma doesn't even have to pay you back. It's just like a buildup, you know? And I think that's what your name means. Like, karma knows. Like,
It's
but I could be completely wrong. Maybe
No,
your
you're
first
right.
name is Karma. I don't know.
No, that would be fire. Hold up, I wish. No, actually, I fuck with my name, but yeah, like it's crazy. That's pretty much exactly what it was, you know. And originally there wasn't gonna be the nose.
Right.
The funny way that happened was like I used to promote music just on Facebook back when I was young, and yeah, like they one day asked me for a last name, and I was like, what? I just want to be Karma. Why do I have to put the last name? So I was like, oh, Karma knows, you know,
Yeah,
basically
yeah,
just
yeah,
what you
yeah.
said. is the reason why. It was kind of like, all right, I'm a big believer of karma, so I'm gonna just add the nose on. And then after that, it became my brand name, just for like legal reasons, because I can't own karma yet. You know what I'm saying? Soon I'm gonna own karma, motherfucker. But yeah, so I own Karma Nose. You know what I'm saying? But people call me Karma.
That makes sense.
But I just like treat it like a religion. You know, it's like my religion almost, like to where it's a constant reminder of all the little karmas and big karmas, like you're saying, and just making sure my life is like putting energy towards helping the universe and myself, not just myself. You know what I'm saying?
That makes sense.
Yeah.
I think you should add like another like Karma Knows Kids or something that starts with a K. So KK.
I was about to say, hold up. You know, one time like Facebook asked if I wanted it to be Karma Knows Kyle, and I was like, no. That's, first of all, sounds corny.
Oh my God.
Second of all, I know what you're doing, Facebook, you racist.
That's so funny. So you know all these important role models in Seattle, and like we're all coming up together, you know. I don't like to say that there's like different tiers either. I think everyone's just on their own journey, and that someone might already be progressing farther ahead, but I don't think one person's better than another person.
Yeah,
you know?
no, I'm with you there. 100%.
How is it for you connecting outside of Seattle, you know? Because you actually have started to gain like a lot of popularity on your music videos also, you know? But I don't think they're all from Seattle, you know? So you probably have connections outside of Seattle. Yeah,
like if I look at like my analytics, you know, Seattle's probably like number 4 or 5, I think.
Damn,
number 1 is like Chicago, LA, New York. I need to get out there ASAP for some shows. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like it comes from like all those, and Seattle and Tri-Cities. I feel like those together is where like a lot of my fan base is right now. For some reason, I don't know. And then like little bits of like UK, little bits of Canada. But over by the end of next year, we're trying to like officially kind of have like a solidified, established name somewhat. You know, not like super famous Cardi B shit like overnight, not like that, but like we at least want to be in the conversation, the different, you know, blogs and radio stations all over the hip hop world. You know?
That makes
I'm just kind of like the new guy. Who's this guy? You know.
Who's this guy?
That's what I'm trying to do by next year, and never tackling one city. I never really wanted to tackle just Tri-Cities or just Seattle. I always wanted to tackle the world, including those places. You know what I'm saying?
That makes sense.
Yeah.
So what is your stick? Like, what makes you different from other people when it comes to your music, when it comes to your clothes, like your personality?
I feel like, so with like clothes, I like a lot of colorful, bright, tropical stuff, and I don't see that in hip hop as much.
All right, Tyler
though, I know Tyler's the one guy. It's like, and
he
I'm
can't
like,
own it all
damn
though.
it, bro. I'm like, of course you have to have a clothing line too. That's fire. Like, all right, but yeah, no, I would say that's kind of the style, clothing wise. Personality wise, I don't know. I'm one of those people that like to get along with everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can go hang out with whatever clique and just have a blast, bro. I can go play
Except the
video
KKK,
games with some nerdy.
It.
Oh yeah, no, none of that. Like, actually, you know what I would do? I would like go in there and then sabotage their whole like make the cross burn on them. Or something. I don't know, like make it fall on them.
Dude, that one movie, the Klansman movie. Did you ever see that?
No.
The Black Klans. Dude.
No, I heard of that. I remember that.
That movie was insane. Denzel Washington's son is like the main guy.
That's right.
And then Kylo Ren's like the side character.
Oh yeah, he did that after Star Wars, like right after. I remember. Oh damn.
It's dope though.
Was it good?
It was. It was.
Yeah, no. Yeah, I don't know. I just like to get along with everybody, you know. Even in school, like I would. There was one point where I was hanging out with the kids that were like the kids.
School shooters, you know, but
yeah, you know, basically like I don't know. They were like the kind of like cool / kind of mean sort of sometimes. And anytime they kind of like picked on people, I would be like go and hang out with that person for a bit and just like kick with them, make sure they like, cause I'm like feel bad and I'm like, cause I just fuck with everybody, bro. Exactly. I'm just like, yo, do you realize we all live on the earth, yo? Yeah. I fuck with all y'all, man. Can we just get along? You know
that makes sense.
Yeah.
How would you describe like the music? I want to, cause I guess you have a record deal, right? Or
no, I gotta actually
record label.
It's
anything?
crazy I'm saying this on camera, but I have a partnership actually.
Okay.
I just got a partnership So it's just like a 50-50 deal,
Right.
like partnership, no 360 thing, nothing
Yeah.
like that. And so far it's been amazing. Like they've
Yeah.
been slaying it, they've been killing it, and it's made like things a little easier on my end too,
Yeah.
which is really nice.
So the bigger question, that's like the lead-up question, I guess.
The question. before the question.
So how is the music industry in Seattle versus the music industry as a whole? Do you think Seattle is more of a popularity contest compared to like the music industry as a whole, or is music industry not a popularity contest, or like what are your opinions on all of that?
I feel like in Seattle, it's not like the same. I feel like there's definitely a different vibe in Seattle, which is why I really feel it's next to come up. But in the industry, you're right. You know, it's like it's kind of a popularity contest. Like if I had some Instagram post that blew up tomorrow, got 5 million likes, and then now I have like 1 million new followers or something, and then Drake starts shouting me out, and all these people like, yo, like, yeah, it's I don't know. It's just like it's a different effect, I
Right.
guess.
Right. Do you think there's anything that Seattle needs to work on?
Man, to be honest, I haven't been out here in the scene in Seattle enough to truly put a comment on that to
Right.
where I would feel confident. When it comes to like my hometown though, like Tri-Cities, what we need to do more is just throw more shows. You know what I'm saying? Like people will come to those shows, like, and as a promoter, you'll make money. Like if you're
Right.
worried about money and stuff, you'll make money because there's a good 500 to 1,000 people just waiting every weekend who would go to a show.
Yeah.
Which is enough for something to do. So I feel like in my area in Tri-Cities, that's what we need right now is more people to throw shows. you know,
Right.
And
makes
bring
sense.
more big artists down too.
Right. Do you, when you do events now, like in Seattle, right? Because you've done events in Seattle, and you have an up and coming event. What's that?
Yeah. I got a memorial for my homie Donnie Deuce.
Dude, bro, Jay Apollo.
Yeah.
Dude, that's my homie.
Oh yeah, it's
Dude.
it's gonna be damn, what was it called? Oh,
Yeah.
I think it's at the Vera Project on the
Yeah.
20th.
Dude, so you know the Everett guys then?
Yeah, yeah, and not like super well, but
Yeah.
I know him. Oh yeah, and then who else? Boombox Head. You know Boombox Head?
I don't know.
Oh, you don't? He from Everett. Damn, you
Dude,
got.
I need to meet that guy then.
Yeah, you gotta meet him. He's like
Yeah.
you'll see him at shows all over
Dude,
Seattle.
Yeah, there's actually crazy amount of like passionate people in Everett too, and they're all hitting me up for interviews and stuff. I'm like, dang, I didn't know there's that many people in general, and that's just Everett.
And
But there's like I've been saying like I want like if you look at the Breakfast Club, do you watch the Breakfast Club?
oh, all the time.
Dude, I swear to
Absolutely.
God, I watch
me?
at least 2 to 3 interviews a day. You know, like
Yeah,
I
let's
switch
go.
I switch between Joe Rogan.
Hey,
Dude,
He's
I
fire.
didn't realize he had Charlemagne on like 4 months ago, and I just watched that yesterday.
again?
No, he only had him on once.
Oh, that
With-
was like a year ago. That was
No.
like his first one, right?
That was like 4 months ago. Charlemagne,
Oh, shit.
Adam Schultz, and
That's a new one. There's another one with Charlemagne.
huh?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just Charlemagne and him.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was his first pull up.
What?
Yeah, you gotta watch that too.
Oh, dang.
Yeah.
But those guys are. You should watch that. Do you
Yeah,
know?
I'm going to.
You know about Do you know what Brilliant Idiots is?
Yeah, I've heard of them. I've heard of their
Yeah.
name around. Like,
I didn't realize Charlemagne had a podcast, and that's with this comedian named Andrew Schultz, and those guys were both on the Joe Rogan Experience, you know.
okay.
And so I switched between. Have you ever seen what's that movie called? Anchorman.
I haven't seen it, but I know what that is. Yeah.
The Will Ferrell plays this guy named Ron Burgundy, and
yep.
he has a podcast called the Ron Burgundy Podcast, which is just him in character for like multiple seasons and stuff.
Oh,
and like
for real?
he interviews like Peter Dinklage, and then like randomly he'll have like Dylan Francis on. Like he'll have artists with, and he's like politicians and stuff, and he just acts like a total retard the whole time. It's really fucking funny. Oh
Damn.
shoot, I think that's a bad word, but
Will Ferrell?
Yeah.
Like, is an actual podcast. Oh, damn.
you need to watch
What?
that. It's funny. I love watching podcasts, but
I know they're the best.
what was I saying? I was saying something about it
Well,
was
you were watching Breakfast Club.
shoot. Oh yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I got it now. So basically, like if you look at it New York's a huge place, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And the reason why the Breakfast Club is so successful is because, like, they're in the middle of New York, right? And New York has so many, like, people who have made it or, like, live in New York.
Yeah.
Like, there's so many crazy, like, artists, rappers, actors, like, activists, so many different things in New York.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, and people have heard of him. Like, I've heard of these people, too. And I'm like, what? They're all from New York? And that's where he gets a lot of his, like, interviews from, like, the Breakfast Club.
Yeah.
But, of course, like, you have to stop by if, like, you're an artist from out of town and you're, like, you have to tour through all those places if you're promoting something. But what I've noticed is Seattle can easily do that. Like, my podcast can easily do that also with the passionate people that are in Seattle. We have enough people that the difference between Seattle and New York, though, is that, and you've noticed this, I think, that you have to actually, like, look for people who are passionate about what they're doing.
Yeah.
You know? The people in Seattle aren't the type of people that are just going to come up to you, you know?
Mm-hmm.
You have to usually come up to them. And basically, it's just all about making all those connections. But I can easily bring in, like this podcast can go forever if I even just focus on Seattle, I'm saying. Like, with all the passionate people.
Mm-hmm.
It's just weird how people are more, like, reserved in a way, if that makes sense.
That's interesting. I didn't even know that was kind of like a thing in the interview world out here. Man, I think it's dope that you're, like, going against that, though, and you're reaching out and you're really trying to be the next. When you said you're trying to be, like, the Breakfast Club of out here, I was like, yeah.
Dude, we need
put that
that
standard
shit.
high,
Dude,
yo. You know what I'm saying? Like, put that goal high up there. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Because we have commercial radio out here, but, like, a lot of the guys, it's not like, and this is not even an insult, because I love this word, all the radio hosts out here are, like, kind of like goofballs, you know? Because they're, like, more for fun and stuff. They don't really, it's not like like 92.5, like, early on, they had, like, people on the show to interview.
Okay.
But we don't really have our station right now that, like, no one comes to Seattle to make their rounds with interviews.
Yeah,
you know?
no, not at all. There's not one radio station, I don't think, that gets around by, like, the labels.
Yeah.
And that needs to change. You're right. We need to make, because that gives them more reason to come out here to our city, to fuck with us, to come to our clubs, to come to our shows, you know?
Exactly. So, really, that's awesome that you see it, too. That it's so freaking weird, though, because, like, if you're not an artist and you tell that to someone that Seattle's next, they're like, what the hell are you talking about?
I know, they, like, look at you hella awkwardly, like, and then they're like, okay, bro. But you know they're going to be the most ride or die fan once they see you. They're like, oh, what? That was that one kid that said, buying all his merch, you know?
Oh, my God.
That's fire, though.
So what is something that you wish someone would have told you when you were coming up? Because you still are coming up, but, like, what is something that you learned later that you wish you would have learned sooner?
That's a good question. I'd probably say the relationship aspect, building relationships. I started that a little late, to be honest.
And always pay off prostitutes. You always have to.
You're right, though. You don't want the pimp coming after you, like, showing up in your studio session, like, wait, what? I didn't get a prostitute this weekend. Get out of here, guy. I'll pay you later. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. No, man. I feel like that's honestly, I wasn't building those relationships early on. You know, I was really alone, and maybe that needed to be so I can hone my skills in, but yeah, man, it's like, go out there and build relationships. Don't ask for nothing.
Right.
Just be a friend. Like, if you see Jay-Z, the last thing you should be doing is asking for a picture. The first thing you should be doing is asking him how his day is or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit, you know, or how's your team doing or something like that, you know?
That's why I'm against meet and greets even. Like, I think it's good because, like, do artists get paid? Like, so you get paid off, like, ticket sales, right?
Yeah.
And then I guess meet and greets fall under that, right? So you get paid, like, so for you it's good if you get meet and greets because you...
Yeah, for the artist, I've never done a meet and greet just because I'm, like, not big enough. I think you have to be, like, a little bigger to do shit like that, or else it's, like, weird.
Right.
But, I don't know. But I don't know. I feel like... Wait, what were you going to say?
No, you go first.
It was just, like... I don't know. I like them, but at the same time, it depends. Like, if you're kind of bigger and you get booked for a certain amount of money, then you technically don't get ticket sales. You know what I'm saying? You just get your guarantee. Yeah. So if the show does good or well, it doesn't matter.
That makes sense.
So I guess, like, I think that means all of the meet and greet tickets, like, all that money pretty much goes to the artist. Yeah. I think so, but I'm not sure.
Right. That makes sense.
Yeah.
But I'm saying, like, I think meet and greets for like the average person is like, in my opinion, because of how like invested I am into art and stuff like that, I think it's a waste of time if you're just gonna say, "Oh my gosh, I love you. Can I have a picture?" Because like this, we can never take a picture, but having like this conversation is worth way more than a picture.
Yeah, 100%.
You know, stuff like that.
I feel it.
But I just feel like it's just weird how society is set up and like how artists. I think it's important when you have fluence that you are put up on that box in a way, but not put up in the box that people are like gawking at you and they're like, oh my gosh, this guy's better than me, you know? And that's what meet and greets are, because you only get like 20 seconds basically, and you have to pay that like the extra $25, or that's even for like a lesser known artist. For like you can pay up to like $400 or something for a meet and greet that lasts like a few seconds.
I feel like they should do it, or I mean, a lot of them do it this way too, but I feel like if I was gonna do it, I would make sure that it's like a hanging out kind of vibe, like
like Make a Wish.
Yeah. Oh sheesh. I was like, wait, hold up, you gonna trap me in some shit right now? Damn, that's funny, though. Nah, man, you just like, oh man, I forgot what we were talking about already. God, that was funny, yo.
What I was thinking should happen with meet and greets. And even, well, this is outside of me. Like, this is my perfect world of a meet and greet. Like, having an event here, or anywhere, you know, and you set up a circle, and you headline an artist, and it's going to be you and that artist talking about like something that's happening like in Seattle currently that needs to change or something like that. And then there's other artists that are around you guys, or just fans, and they can say stuff also, you know. So it's like an interviewer interviewing the headlining artist for the meet and greet, and then people have a chance to put their input also in. So like you get the energy from the circle, you know. I think it's just life, in my opinion, is all about making like connections and helping other people out too. Because like if you're just that wealthy guy who lives all alone, what's the point? Yeah, you know.
For real.
So
no, I think that's cool. You know, even if it was just like you guys all go in a room and hang out and everybody can talk to whoever and chill.
Yeah.
Like, I've seen meet and greets like that, and that's cool. You know, they last like an hour or two, and everybody's in there a whole hour or two partying, basically. Yeah. Like, that's cool. You know, I fuck with that. I see what you're saying.
Yeah, for sure. Well, are there any final words that you have for Seattle?
Oh, final words? Man, thank y'all for welcoming to the city. You know, I love living here. This is amazing. I love Tri-Cities too, but I don't think I'm gonna live there. Until I buy a house or something, you know.
And you have to have the biggest house in Tri-Cities.
Yeah, I have to have the biggest house, obviously, so I can't go back for like 5 more years. No, just no. Let's hope that's not that much longer. Right. But so yeah.
What is the easiest way to reach you?
Easiest way right now is on Instagram, Karma Knows with a Z, not a S. You know, just Karma Knows. And then, you can message me, DM me, all of that. I hit people back as much as I can.
Oh, I have one more thing. You have a check mark, right?
Oh, no.
You don't?
I don't, yeah.
What? I could have sworn you had a check mark. How is that?
I'm waiting. Like, I feel like I need more followers before this is weird. I don't want to be one of those people with, like, not many followers and then I have a blue check mark. You know what I'm saying? Like,
because I was looking it up on,
Oh wait, are you talking about Spotify? I got one on Spotify.
The check mark on the Instagram.
Oh yeah, no, not yet. Wait, did you look me up and I had it?
I thought
maybe
you did.
I have it now. I don't know.
Maybe I'm just blanking. I don't know.
It's like the label just gave it to me. I'm like, oh shit, okay.
Cause I don't know how I ended up doing this. But when I like need to look up something, like I'll spend hours looking up things. Like, so I somehow ended up on Reddit, and they're like, how does this guy have 100 followers and have a blue check mark? I'm like, what? So I don't know how check marks. You just have to like be enough of an influence that Instagram gives it to you or something.
It's always changed. It used to be like if you had an in, basically, there's like some people that work with the company that if you knew one of those people or someone that knows somebody, then you can pay for it. But then Instagram did that because like that's illegal, I think, to be buying those. So now you can actually hit up Instagram on the app. Like you can do it right now and like fucking. I think if you have an actual business license and stuff like that, and it's a real business and proof that you're a real business, then you get it.
Gotcha.
And I think that's why there's smaller people that have them, because they're real businesses.
Makes sense.
But I just didn't do it yet because I'm like, I don't know. It's weird. I want to have like 100K followers or something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that makes sense. Well, this is DJ Blake, and
Your boy Karma.
there we go.
Hey.
DJ Blake.